is Molly Holsey here in Galway, Ireland, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of the city, but not just any tour. I have my friend James here, who has been doing 10 years of archaeological research on the city, and he's going to show us what a medieval Galway would have looked like. Supposedly Galway is one of the most quintessentially Irish cities. Historically, that hasn't always been the case.
By the time the Anglo-Normans reached Galway in the early 1230s, the King of England had already promised the lands around Galway to Richard de Moore de Burgh. When they arrived here, naturally there was a battle. Actually, there was two battles just behind us over here at the river, of which Richard Burke actually won. And in 1232, he established some form of castle here, most likely of the whole house type. After a number of raids by the local Gaelic, they eventually used monies collected from taxes imposed on trade goods to build a wall, starting sometime during the 1270s.
So, these arches behind us, the Spanish Arch and the Blind Arch. I can assume where the blind one got its name, but what about the Spanish Arch?
This feature here is actually only part of the Ceanna Baile structure, meaning the head of the wall, and was constructed in 1584. The name of the Spanish Arch itself is actually a misidentification with the structure pictured next to it on the 17th century pictorial map of Galway. The purpose of this was to protect the ships sheltering here at the port, some of which would have been Spanish. We're here at the Red Earl's Hall, and it was constructed by Richard Og de Burgh in 1333. Now, Richard Og is actually the grandson of the previous Richard Moore de Burgh, that we discussed earlier. This is one of three pillars, so as you can see there's my hand in the camera. There's three pillars here, and they would be like the support beams for the actual roof itself, as well as the walls which are buttressed to hold the roof. Just here is actually just a reconstruction of what it might have looked like when it was in use. So you have basically a hole for the Lord, or Richard Og, young Richard, to hold court, so he would be listening to grievances of the townspeople. He could also host feasts for his family and friends here. Here is actually part of the medieval town road. So this is actually running, adjacent to this building here, and down the centre you can actually see a gutter.
At St. Nicholas's Collegiate Church, which is one of the oldest still in use buildings in Galway.
The original phase dates to 1320, but there may have been an earlier church here. For many years, the elections of the mayor and corporation were held within its walls. A local legend states that Christopher Columbus worshipped here while he visited the city in 1477. Lynch's Castle is the only complete secular medieval building left standing in Galway today. A framed panel at the front of the building shows the arms of Henry VII, King of England, between 1484 and 1509. This is actually a lion, and it appears to be holding a baby. In the local legend, it's a monkey. The story is that Lynch's Castle caught fire and the monkey went in and carried out the baby. This feature that's projecting out from the side above this used to be the main doorway. This feature is actually what's called a garderobe. A garderobe means what its name suggests. It guards your robes or your garments. Basically, it's the toilet.
It emptied out in the street right there, right above the door. That'd be an easy way
door-to-door salesman.
Yeah, to get them to move on their way.
Shoemaker's Tower. It is part of the second construction phase of Galway's medieval defences. And you can see here is part of the the curtain wall. Just here where the Costa Coffee is now located, you can see this nice big circular structure. Underneath this structure is actually a cistern which would have provided water at some point to the people within the town.
It is Hillary's Tower here, and we're going to have our fortunes told today. Actually, James has a little bit to say about the history of this tower here.
So this actually is Penrice Tower, and Penrice Tower in the medieval period is actually where a jail was located. So anyone that was arrested for any misdeeds within the town would actually have ended up either in the town goal or in the tower.
And now that he likes what they've seen today at Hillary's Tower,